Good evening, dear parents and students, members of the staff, and all those who are connecting today online. We at Modern have been finding ways to remain connected with you through different methods. Teaching is one of them, activities, physical exercises, and other things. And personally, I have been in contact with you by my talks twice a week, the name which has become very famous now, Life Mantra. And I have talked to parents from LKG to 10th, and even my principals and vice principals have been talking to parents these days to be connected to you. We have even called you during your time of need. We have even called children to ask about their welfare. And now, to entertain you, we have brought this nostalgic Modfest for you to entertain and be connected to you once again. We have really worked hard to bring this model of Modfest to you. My staff has worked hard, and my student council, they really worked hard and tried to bring in front of you what school was during normal times. Today, when I stand in front of you, I speak with my heart. And for 20 minutes, dear parents, I want you to be connected to me. Forget about your worries, about tensions, about your business. Just listen to me, what I have to say to you about your children. Our children, your children, are the lucky ones. Because you could afford internet, you could afford Android phones. So your children as such are not missing much when you consider education, though they are no comparison to the normal classroom. But think about 23 crore children in India, those who are poor, those who are away from education from last 18 months. How much they must have missed the school. How much these poor people, these poor children must have missed the one midday meal they used to get. It's bad if you consider. But students who are studying here in this school, they should be thankful to their parents for providing them this opportunity to learn through online. So it's request to all the children sitting here and listening to learn as much as possible, to become a person of value and to contribute to the well-being of your family, your society, and your beloved country. My teachers are doing their best with whatever resources they are having. And we are covering all aspects of human engineering. One thing, parents, you should be very clear. And one thing, the children should be very clear. These parents of yours, they do not need your financial support. All they need is your presence in their life. And all they need is happiness in their life. Family is the greatest asset, especially during this time of pandemic. Be supportive to each other. Spend time with each other. This time will bring you closer to each other. Don't miss this opportunity to know about your father, your mother, your grandparents. I believe when you spend time with each other, your bonds with each other will improve and the future will become better. Mother Teresa once said, "Take care of your children, for they have a long way to go." Take care of your children, they have a long way to go. And she said, "Take care of your old, for they have come a long way." I would want my parents and students to remember these lines of Mother Teresa throughout their life, so that when the parents need you, you are there for your parents. I tell you a story about a son. He asked his father once, "Did I ever make you cry? क्या मैंने कभी आपको रुलाया?" The father thought for some time and he said, "Yes. When you were 3 years old, you made me cry. One day I put in front of you a pen, a rupee, and a toy. Pen to see whether you will be intelligent, rupee to see if you will earn wealth, toy to see if you are fun-loving. I was thinking what you will pick." You thought for a moment. I waited patiently for you. You pushed aside everything and you came into my arms. When you came into my arms, I cried. Dear children, your parents are still the same. They should still be your choice. These are the same parents who waited for you outside the school gate for you to come out. These are the same parents who didn't sleep the whole night when you were sick. They are the same parents. Then why this difference has come now? Why this connection which was once when you were the choice of these children, why the same connection is not there now? Because some parents are no more the choice. And I have reasons to believe, and I want parents to improve in this matter. Most parents don't listen to their children with an interest to understand them. They don't listen to understand. They listen with an intent to reply. These parents, they think they know all the answers. As their parents had all the answers, these parents think they have all the answers. That's a wrong way to tackle your child. ये गलत तरीका है. Once a father came to me and said, "Sir, my son doesn't listen to me at all. मेरा बेटा मेरी बात सुनता ही नहीं." I told him, "What you are saying is that you don't understand your child because he doesn't listen to you." He said, "Yes, you're correct." I told him, "I thought to understand the other person, you need to listen to him." The father understood what I was saying. He changed his ways. Later on, he came to me and said, "Sir, you are right. Now my son listens to me. Now we both are very happy." Dear parents, if you are having a monologue with your child, that means you are talking and he is listening. You will never understand what is there in the mind of your children. You should be an empathetic listener, listening with interest to understand, understanding that person emotionally, understanding that person intellectually. Communication, by the way, is 10% by words, 30% by the sound, the way you talk, and 60% by the body language. Empathetic listening means listening with your ears, listening with your eyes, and listening with your heart. You listen for feelings. You listen for meaning. If, dear parents, if you follow this procedure, you will start coming close to your children. Adopting this method at this age, when your child is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, now also if you place a pen, a rupee, or a toy in front of him, I believe he will still come in your arms. Only thing, he wants you to understand him. That's the message I give you today. And I would like this opportunity to also address the children who are in class 12th who will be leaving our school this year. I would like to also address to children whose parents are sending their children to coaching colleges where the atmosphere is not as of the school and children get diverted. Because they are no more there in the safe confines of your home or on the same confines of the school. And I want you to remember what I am going to say throughout your life. You know how Eskimos hunt the wolf? They dip a razor-sharp knife in blood and bury the handle of the knife in the ice. The wolves are attracted by the scent of the blood. The cold numbs the tongue of the wolf. The wolf is unaware that he is licking a sharp edge. As he begins to bleed, he starts licking faster and faster and faster, and ultimately he bleeds to death. Uski death ho jati hai. This is the way the youth of the country is lured into drugs and alcohol. In the beginning, you feel good and you enjoy the feeling. But sooner you lose the sense of perception and indulge in more and more. And the result is same as that of the wolf. Keep away from such things, dear children. Your parents trust you. This is the biggest thing. They trust and send you out of quota. They trust you. They send you to coaching colleges. Don't break their trust. Don't let them cry in their sleep. Keep them happy. And you are a modernite. And you will listen to me what I'm saying. Be away from drugs. Say no to drugs. I'd like to tell you another story of a man who went to a flower shop and he ordered a bouquet which he wanted to send by courier to his mother who was staying 300 miles outside. While coming out of the flower shop, he noticed a young girl sitting on the steps and she was crying. He asked her the reason. Beta, why are you crying? Tum kyun ro rahe ho? She said, I wanted to buy a rose for my mother, but I am short of money. मैं अपनी माँ के लिए एक फूल खरीदना मांगती थी और मेरे पास पैसा कम पड़ गया. The man took her inside, brought her a flower, and he said, I'll drop you. मैं तुम्हें छोड़ देता हूँ जहाँ तुम जाना मांगती हो. She directed him to a cemetery. She went to a freshly dug grave. That grave was of mother. That grave was of her mother. She placed the rose on that grave of her mother. The man realized something. He realized something. He went back to the flower shop and cancelled his order, picked up a bouquet, and drove 300 miles to be with his mother. Life is too short, parents. We should spend as much time as possible with our loved ones. Love your parents. Give them your time, because there is nothing more important than the family. In the end, I would like to tell you, to the children who are listening to me, that once a modernite is always a modernite. But what is expected of you after 10 years or 20 years? What I want from you when you are 30, 40 years old, that whenever you see a teacher of mine on the road and she or he is trying to cross the road, a hand should come to catch his or her hand to help cross the road. And that hand should be of a modernite. If you see my teacher on a railway platform trying to lift her luggage, a hand should come to pick that luggage, and that hand should be of a modernite. And when I breathe my last, what I want is a tear coming in the eyes of modernites, and they should think that yes, Deepak Singh made a difference in my life. Modern school made a difference in my life. Thank you, parents and children, for listening to me patiently. Thank you, and have a nice day.